Let me help you with your vision, they losing their sight here. Time to send the world a message they might hear. Like Meek Mills, I'm making it quite clear. I'm chasing my dreams and fighting my nightmares. I'm going real hard, I'm talking words you understand, I'm talking real bars. I'm going everywhere, you know I'm talking real far. Yeah, it's time to raise a toast to this thing to the love the most. As I go from coast to coast, I'm talking north side, I'm talking south side, I'm talking east side, I'm talking west side. I'm going worldwide, I'm going worldwide, I'm going worldwide, I'm going worldwide. Yeah, it's time to let you know how I spit it when I flow. When I go and light a fuse and I set to let it blow. I'm talking worldwide, I'm going worldwide, I'm going worldwide, I'm going worldwide. Yeah, time to check my status and the GOAT is with me. And you know I'm over 30, so my level is a G. And I may be from the hood, but I'm way beyond these streets. And my pockets hate a diet, so they always down to eat. Even though they screaming fame, and it's always spelling me. And I'll never hang it up till my mission is complete. And I'm looking at you haters, I suggest you take a seat. Cause it's all funny games to a killer show his teeth. This is for them cats that be screaming homies. Claiming that you're real, but we know you're phony. Now I'm chilling with my sons, they my one and only. Like the Triller brothers, yeah, we screaming lions only. Step into this den, I welcome all who will dare. Never met a David, tell me whom shall I fear? Gotta rep the nation, black and gold is what I wear. If you look to your left, to your right, I'm everywhere. I'm talking worldwide, I'm going worldwide, I'm going worldwide, I'm going worldwide, yeah.
Alright, welcome to Roxamore Sports Live here at the Penn Hills High School, my alma mater. Interesting little fact. And here for another game of flag football, this time with the ladies. You're looking at Greensburg Salem in the yellow with the green flags going against Woodland Hills in the black and white with also the green flags. How about that? Right now the score is 0-0 as we are fresh in this game between Woodland Hills and Greensburg Salem. Thank you all for joining us here on Roxamore Sports Live. I'm Maximilian Keeper, your commentator. And right now, this is a 7-on-7 with no particular name to the league. Just a regular 7-on-7. So that means the rules are pretty much the same as football. Except for in this case, it's not going to be 2 points for an interception. Interceptions are virtually worth nothing. And we're going to be playing on the other side of the field this time. Again, football fields are typically 53 yards in width. So it's going to be from one sideline to the other sideline in this case. Right now you're looking at Greensburg Salem on the offense, and they have gained some progression here. What am I saying? They have gained some ground here on the field. Right now the defense is looking pretty good here by Woodland Hills. Almost had an interception there by Carmen Vasquez of Woodland Hills. She was right in front of that reception. She managed to break the pass, though, fortunately for Woodland Hills. Which does bring the ball down to Woodland Hills' side as they now have the offensive play. I have the rosters here, but if I mess up any names, please let me know. On the other side, I do have the pronunciations for Greensburg Salem. Woodland Hills, I'm familiar enough with the roster here, but occasionally I do get tongue-tied, so if I butcher anybody's names, please let me know down in the comments. I typically look at the YouTube ones, but we are streaming on multiple platforms, that being Facebook, RoxamoreSports.com itself, Twitter, YouTube, of course, as I just mentioned, Roku, Amazon, Fire Stick, and Apple TV. Right now, that ball is looking good as it's in possession there by Woodland Hills. They are gaining ground. She is fast on her feet. She is going right for the end zone. You see it. You love it. And bada bing. That is a touchdown there for Woodland Hills, brought to you by number 5, Zyla Clark. You're looking at a score of 6-0 here so far for Woodland Hills as they are in the lead. beautifully done indeed. Tyler Clark is a basketball player for Woodland Hills, a mighty fine athlete, and from what I understand, a great student as well. As Woodland Hills athletic department typically requires athletes to have a firm GPA in order for them to participate in sports. Greensburg Salem, I'm not exactly too sure, but I believe that would be the same standard for them as well. If you're watching for Greensburg Salem, please let me know. And typically these games go for about 20 minutes or so, but the last game went on longer than 20 minutes, so I'm not exactly too sure if that's the case. I'm waiting for the confirmation to come through on the other side, but Jaslyn Sanders managed to get that extra point there for Woodland Hills, so you're now looking at 8-0. Jaslyn Sanders, a volleyball athlete, amongst other things. Right now doing great here in flag football. We've seen her in the previous game going against McKeesport. She is the go-to person for the reception. And she runs it into the end zone rather quickly. So right now that puts Greensburg Salem back on the offense. Great pass, mighty fine, and oof, so much potential out the window. Was looking so good there, man. That was looking so good. And great pass there by Alice Wilkinson. Unfortunately, just couldn't get the ball where they needed to have it. Let me correct the score there. It's 7-0. So right now, Alice sends that ball off to number 5, Lauren Schwartzinski. Got the pronunciation from the coach down on the field in case you're wondering why I can pronounce her name and nobody else's names. That is why. Otherwise, I'll be butchering that name as well. Let's see what we have here, though. Greensburg Salem gets some ground here on the field. You're looking at Alice sending that ball mighty far and deep. Almost had it. That would have been just exactly what the doctor ordered here for Greensburg Salem, but unfortunately that pass incomplete for them. A sigh of relief here for Woodland Hills. And in case you missed the previous stream, it's a beautiful day out. If you're inside and you're at liberty to go outside, by all means do. It's going to rain later tonight, which is good for the green, good for the foliage to come out here in early spring, but not so much good for you. Enjoy the sun while it's here, though. And if you're in the Penn Hills area, by all means, stop on by, cheer these athletes on. Here for this 7-on-7. And again, as I said in the previous stream, but I'll say it in this stream in case you're just now tuning in with us, get over to roxamoresports.com, get a good look at the schedule on the schedule tab, see what events are coming up for this month. Of course, we got more action coming up in the future. In May, we have the Junior Combine, which you can check that out, more on that later, but you can check out what events are happening this month in terms of sports. Mostly for Woodland Hills, but if you want to get in contact with her boss, CEO, executive producer Leon Roxamore, by all means you can under the contact tab. And right now, back in action, it's looking good here for Woodland Hills, but that is just a first down. Good run there. Woodland Hills gaining ground immediately here in this offensive play. But again, we have more action. Flag footballs will be Sundays here this month, and we will be doing baseball the regular weekdays for boys and girls for Woodland Hills. And of course, we have more action coming up. Again, as I mentioned in May, we have the Junior Combine events for both boys and girls that do football. That is in May. May 2nd and May 5th. You can register now if you go to roxamoresports.com. Get a good look at that tab, or not the tab, get a good look at the flyer where it says Junior Combine. And you can register right now. We're broadcasting it live. We'll get you the recognition you deserve. And beautifully done there from Carmen Vasquez over to Zyla Clark. And great work there by the defense as well. Namely, number 7 here. That is Bree Carr from Greensburg Salem. And she was on it. She saw the threat and she put it away temporarily. Right now, it is just outside death's door here for Greensburg Salem. As Woodland Hills is just outside the end zone here. But defense, if they can hold firm, if they can get that interception, that can really put a dent in the progression here by Woodland Hills as they are up 7-0. A nice little breeze right now, feels just right. But hey, you know, it's not too bad. As I mentioned, it's not too hot, not too cool, just right. Not too taxing on athletic performance either. Actually, I would say not at all, but I'm not moving right now. We are back in action. Carmen Vasquez, quarterback, in action. She's got plenty of time to send it in, and that she does over to Jaslyn Sanders yet again with a touchdown. Beautifully done there. Again, number 26, Jaslyn Sanders gets it in there. That is an additional 6 points added to 7. Beautifully done. 13-0 it is. And now it's going to be Woodland Hills going in for that extra point here, which is going to be worth 1 point. And again, interceptions are worth nothing, as opposed to the 7-on-7 we see with the boys. I believe that's in June. Yeah, that is in June for the 7-on-7 with the boys. Typically in that event, it's 20 minutes per game, and interceptions are worth 2 points. But in this case, they're worth nothing. And again, they are playing the width of the field here, so that does throw me off a little bit. I can't exactly see the numbers perfectly when it's the way Woodland Hills is right now, but Vasquez is sending that ball right over to Stubbs, and it is in, so they get that additional 1 point. So you're now looking at a game of 14-0. Woodland Hills in the lead by 14. Changing the scheme, now it's going to be Greensburg Salem on the attack. A little bit of a break here. And while we're at it, as we mentioned, if you head over to roxamoresports.com, we got plenty of events happening, not just in the realm of sports, not just in the realm of high school, but we have the Rock Comedy Show coming up. And that is going to be Season 5 of the Rock Comedy Show. So check it out. Head over to roxamoresports.com right now to get a good look at that flyer. But it's going to be Season 5 of the Rock Comedy Show, Still Living Single, with John Hinton as he's the headliner, featuring co-headliner Aaron Lamar. Doors will be open at 6 p.m. Show starts at 7 p.m. And the show will be May 18th of this year at the Carnegie Library of Pittsburgh. You can call 412-378-8271. That is 412-378-8271. Or visit www.rockcomedyshow.com for tickets. Adult content. So, it is for adults, however, it is absolutely worth it. You can check out previous comedy shows if you head over to roxamoresports.com. Not roxamoresports.com. If you head over to Roxamore Sports on YouTube, look for the Rock Comedy Show. You can see previous comedy shows on there. Viewer discretion is advised, but it's absolutely hilarious. Shout out to Izzy For Real and Lillian Cannon. All right. Here we go. We're in action. Players are ready to go here. That quarterback sends the ball down the field. I'm seeing number 26. That is Alice Wilkinson as the quarterback. She sent it off to Lauren Schwazinski. But the pass was incomplete as it went off the other side of her hands and right into the grass. AstroTurf in this case. So they're still at square one for the offensive play here for Greensburg Salem. feel like I said McKeesport. Did I say McKeesport to you guys? I don't know. Looking at Greensburg Salem in the yellow. And of course, Woodland Hills in the black. Again, the offensive play here by Woodland Hills is looking pretty good. But so far, that quarterback, Alice, amazing job there. She has a great arm, and she is able to send that ball where need be. However, the reception is just not going as according to plan. If Greensburg Salem can get that ball, they can run it down into the end zone, get themselves back up on the scoreboard, and have a bit of a playing field going against Woodland Hills. You do not want that gap to get any further than need be. But again, Alice Wilkinson, the quarterback here for Greensburg Salem, doing a great job. She sends it off to Annalise Lewis. I'm not sure if I have the first name for Lewis correct, so out of respect, I'll just go with Lewis. So the plan was deflated there as it goes to Woodland Hills now. Woodland Hills on the attack here. Woodland Hills just about getting ready here for action. See Greensburg Salem. Ready, set, go. And again, we have more flag football every Sunday here in the month of April. We'd love to have you. Alright, so the energy is ready for the go. You're looking at a good run here by Woodland Hills, number 5, Zyla Clark. Again, she is a great athlete here. Just absolutely fast on her feet. Great maneuverability. Exactly what you need to win a game of football. And in this case, it's a 7-on-7. As mentioned, typically it's between 5 and 7 players. The idea is all about speed more than it is about strength, because we're not doing tackling here. So the speed is absolutely crucial. And Zyla Clark certainly has that. Right now, what's really cutting into Greensburg Salem's momentum is the reception. If they can just receive that ball, that'll be exactly what they need to go forward. The defense is looking pretty good here for the most part. They're minimizing the amount of contact to just the flags. And off to the side. Again, typically these games go for 20 minutes, but in this case it's going to be a little bit something different. I was waiting for a confirmation down on the field, but I guess they just didn't get my message about my question. No problem, though. Glad to have you all. Right now, the score is still 14-0. So with the score being 14-0, we still haven't flipped sides on the field here. Greensburg Salem still has a chance to get things tied up back in their favor and potentially take the lead here. So if you're watching for Greensburg Salem, don't go anywhere. You might see a miracle happen. Maybe not. It's not even at the point where you consider it a miracle. You just consider it a regular game, flipping the score, getting back in your favor. It's more of a miracle when it's at the last few minutes of the game, the last few seconds even, and you manage to flip the script and go against all odds. So, Greensburg Salem, you got this. We'll love to see how you go forward here in this game. Woodland Hills, you're doing a great job. Gotta love it. Again, shout out to the coaches, parents, friends, whomever is encouraging these talented athletes to go further in their academics and athletic prospects. And And again, you can head over to roxamoresports.com, get a good look at that flyer for the Roxamore Top Tier Performance League Junior Combine coming up May 2nd and May 5th of this year. You can register online. It'll be at the East Carson Street George and K. Couples Stadium. I'd love to have you there. Doesn't matter what school you're from. You can be from any of the Pittsburgh public schools or what have you, and come on down. We'll give you the broadcast, put the spotlight on you, get your name, get you the recognition you deserve. And that goes for girls, boys and girls. So hear me out, check it out. Go to roxamoresports.com, Roxamore Top Tier Performance League Junior Combine, May 2nd to May 5th. And again, while I'm here, there is the upcoming event also in May. That is Season 5 of the Rock Comedy Show, Still Living Single with John Henton, who's the headliner, and co-headliner Aaron Lamar. It's going to be Season 5 of the Rock Comedy Show. Again, you can catch previous Rock Comedy shows on YouTube. If you go to Roxamore Sports on YouTube, you can see exactly what you're in for if you watch a live comedy show. I highly recommend doing it live, as it is a much better social atmosphere. And usually there's food and beverages supplied there, but I'm not too sure about the Carnegie Library. I'm not exactly too sure if that's going to be the case there. But nonetheless, comedy certainly is at the forefront. Love to have you. So head over to roxamoresports.com or go to www.rockcomedyshow.com for tickets. You can call 412-378-8271. It's going to be at the Carnegie Library, May 18th, 2024. So right now the score is 14-0, with Woodland Hills being in the lead here. What has worked out for Woodland Hills in the previous game was the interceptions received by Carmen Vasquez, as well as fast and furious feet there by Asia Fowler, Zyla Clark, Amaya Stubbs, and great reception by Jaslyn Sanders. The defense was looking pretty good by Woodland Hills as well, but the interceptions were received twice by Woodland Hills in the previous game, and that really put them ahead. It changed the game that was 0-0 for quite a while to Woodland Hills' game about halfway through and onward to the end. What appears to be the case here for Woodland Hills is that they're just managing to get around the defense of Greensburg Salem. Greensburg Salem's defense could be a little bit tighter perhaps, but the reception just isn't there for Greensburg Salem either, unfortunately. Alice Wilkinson, a great quarterback there. She throws it quite deep. Just unfortunately, the reception is just not where it needs to be. If it is, from what we've seen here so far by Greensburg Salem, they're fast on their feet too. Once they get that ball, that's going to be dangerous for Woodland Hills. But right now, it's a little bit too soon to say who has this game. Right now, it is looking good there by Lewis from Greensburg Salem. As I mentioned, Greensburg appears to be fast on the feet. Seeing a good run there by Lewis, number 2 of Greensburg Salem. And the defense kind of pushed her out a little bit and got that flag off of her. But the potential for Greensburg Salem to get this game back in their favor still lingers. 14-0. It's manageable. It's absolutely manageable. If they can do what Carmen Vasquez did in the last game, get those interceptions and turn it into touchdowns, bada bing. It's a tied game. But right now, it looks like Woodland Hills has a pretty secure position on the scoreboard, but don't get too cocky. Let's see what we have. It's Greensburg Salem on the offense. Alice running out of time. She sends that ball right into the danger zone. And it looks like it's going to go to Woodland Hills. Hills gets the ball as they now have the offensive play. Ideally, what can happen in this situation is Greensburg Salem gets that interception and runs it into the end zone as they are just outside Woodland Hills end zone. Hand it over to somebody like Lewis, somebody fast on the feet. Or Alice can send it right into somebody that's already at the end zone. And man, it's a done deal. Going for that extra point, get into the end zone. Hey, all the more better. 7 under 14. That's the way to go. Puts pressure more on Woodland Hills if that's the case. The time is of the essence here. Woodland Hills on the offensive play. Vasquez sends it off to Zyla-Clock, and from Zyla-Clock off to Stubbs. Stubbs contested with a tight defense here. Just kind of defense Greensburg Salem needs in this stage of the game, as they cut down on the momentum by Stubbs. Well, actually, my dyslexia is messing with me the whole time. Unbelievable. I am so sorry, folks. Drummond. Number 2 is Drummond. Danae Drummond. So Danae Drummond is the one that had the ball there. She's number 2. Shout out to Danae Drummond, as she's been a phenomenal athlete here. And unfortunately, I've been looking at the wrong name here. But hey, shout out to Amaya Stubbs too. So here we go. It's Woodland Hills back on the offense here. Vasquez sends it off to Zyla-Clock. Zyla-Clock is running, going, and she made it to the first down. First down. About halfway there. Woodland Hills on the attack, looking good here. Progression is looking spectacular by Woodland Hills. Defense is still holding firm by Greensburg Salem, and it looks like it has improved over the course of time here going against Woodland Hills. But again, the ideal situation is that interception. If they can get that interception, that can really switch things up here for them. But right now, it looks like Woodland Hills is just running with the ball. Not a whole lot of passing from Woodland Hills. Right now, it is Drummond with the ball, fast on the feet, looking great there, pushed out of bounds, but nonetheless, she is fast and maneuverable. Might also be mispronouncing that name there, as it could be Drummond. Again, for anybody that knows the correct pronunciation, please let me know down in the YouTube comments, live chat that is, if I'm mispronouncing any names, because I definitely don't want to be doing that. Right now it's Carmen Vasquez sending that ball deep, and into the end zone, but it's incomplete. Great pass nonetheless there by Carmen Vasquez, who again, as I mentioned, is a jack of all trades. What sport is she not invested in? Also, her mother is quite involved in quite a few events at Woodland Hills High School. So right now, huddle discussion as it goes. Greensburg Salem ready for action here. The defense seems to be waning a bit here, though. Unfortunately for Greensburg Salem, it has improved, but they are losing some ground here. But nonetheless, they have been able to hold back Woodland Hills nonetheless. So far. Ooh, that that did not go as planned. Ball went way beyond and received by no one there to stop the offensive play. It happens. It happens to the best of us. And as far as I've been informed, this is the last game here at Penn Hills High School for Woodland Hills. So after this will be the end of the broadcast. But again, you can catch us on Roxamore Sports live on YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, Amazon Fire Stick, Roku, and Apple TV every Sunday for flag football with the ladies. I believe the next game, if I'm not mistaken, will be at Woodland Hills High School. Actually, yeah, I stand corrected. The next one's at Greensburg Salem, who you see right now before your eyes. They're in the yellow. So it'll be at their high school. I'm thinking of baseball, which we also will be broadcasting here this month. So you can catch us tomorrow as we have a broadcast for baseball at the Woodland Hills High School. At the Trafford All-American Park, which will be the home field of Woodland Hills for this season anyhow. Right now you're looking at Vasquez sending off to Jaslyn Sanders. She's running in, but she's out. But nonetheless, a great pass there by Carmen Vasquez to Sanders. And I'm going to say it now, but it's a little bit hard to see exactly what's happening on the other side of the field right now, right where Greensburg Salem is at. But right now, looking at the backs of Woodland Hills, and was it intercepted there? And it doesn't look like it was. It was incomplete. The potential certainly was there as Greensburg Salem's on the offense now. The pass was sent down, almost received there by Carmen Vasquez, but unfortunately for her, it just did not go according to plan. Here we go. Quarterback sends it down, and it's received by Greensburg Salem. She is down as her flag is out. It's a little bit harder to see the numbers from this end, but I believe the quarterback is still number 26, Alice Wilkinson. Who, as I mentioned before, is a great quarterback here for Greensburg Salem. So far, the reading by Alice Wilkinson seems to be pretty good here in terms of judging on where to send this ball at. But as I say that, it goes unfortunately out of bounds. It looks like that ball was intended to go to number 17, Patty Redinger. Unfortunately, it was just too high and too far for the reception. Which is, this late in the game, is not what Greensburg Salem needs. Sigh of relief here for Woodland Hills, as the danger is out of the way a little bit. They still have that lead there, 14 over nothing. So it's now the other way around. Tables have turned. Woodland Hills on the offense, and Greensburg Salem on the defense. I'm looking over on the other side of the field. I see McKeesport playing against, I could be wrong, I believe that is Plum there in the purple. Anyways, you guys aren't looking at that, so it's irrelevant. But nonetheless, there are multiple games here in the 7-on-7, as you know. It's talent against talent. An absolute pleasure for me to broadcast this. An event here for you all. Looking forward to seeing you in the next one. Right now, you're looking at number 2, Danae Jomond, with the ball for Woodland Hills. Woodland Hills still in action here. Looks like they've gained some ground. And so far, speed has really been working out for them. We have been seeing some passing, but not as much as we have before playing against McKeesport. It seems like right now it's just Woodland Hills racing against time and rushing that ball through the defense. I mean, once they're past the defense, it's a pretty done deal, as they can deliver the punch at that point. But right now, the defense is looking pretty good here by Greensburg Salem. Oh man, just like that, although unintentionally making contact there, Zyla Clark had the ball and was taken out by the defense. I believe by Brecar, and if I could see that number from here, I would let you know. But Brecar and number 16. Oh, there was no number 16, so my eyesight is worse than I thought it is. Number 15, Sabrina Kasich. So good on the defense by those two athletes. Woodland Hills still in full swing here, though, as they are just a moment away from the first down. See what they got lined up here. Looking good, looking good. Woodland Hills on the play. The offense by Asia Fowler, and taken out by the defense there. Asia Fowler, somebody you got to watch out for. Fast on her feet, good reception. Seems to be just where she needs to be when it comes to quarterback sending that ball somewhere. Chances are it's going to be Asia Fowler. Right now the ball is in possession by Greensburg Salem. The time is running out. They can still make something of this play. Greensburg Salem on the attack. Right now looking good. Oh, just almost had it with the reception, man. Almost. Patty Redinger. Almost. It was looking so good there. Greensburg Salem still on the attack here. Wind is picking up a little bit, but hey, it's not too bad. Again, if you can make it outside, by all means, make it outside. Enjoy it while it's here. Beautiful Sunday here at the Penn Hills High School. Right now, Greensburg Salem still can make something of this play. The game is almost over, but it's not over till it's over. And unbelievable, almost a interception there by Zyla Clark, number 5. Almost. As I mentioned, we do have more 7-on-7 action, flag football for this month, but we also will resume with the 7-on-7 action. Typically, it's called the Speed and Agility 7-on-7, brought to you by Coach D. Brown, but that usually starts in June. So, May. Oh, okay, never mind. Let me backtrack that. So it's going to start on next month, so be sure to tune in with us for the 7-on-7 Speed and Agility in May. It's going to be multiple schools, one field, but this time with the boys. Right now, Greensburg Salem in action. It's looking good here by Alice. She sends the ball. It looks like that pass might have been incomplete, though. At least from where I'm sitting at. Bit hard to see. So yeah, that pass was indeed incomplete. Which sends that ball back down to Woodland Hills. Again, the game is almost over here. The 7-on-7 is going a little bit longer than what the boys typically play with, which is usually 20 minutes. So in this case, it appears to be about 40 minutes or so. I haven't been keeping track of the time as much as I've been keeping eyes on the game, but nonetheless. Defense is looking good here by Greensburg Salem. The offense could be a better situation there for them. The reception just doesn't seem to be where it needs to be right now. But of course, a little bit of dust off the shoulder. You can definitely see that they have been practicing with these plays, as it's almost well executed. They're just at the right place. It's just a matter of getting your hands on that ball half the time. That really would have worked for Greensburg Salem's advantage. But it's a little bit of a rough go-round here right now. So right now it's Woodland Hills on the attack. Asia Fowler taken out by the defense there. Woodland Hills ready for the offensive attack. Let's see what they got. Huddle discussion. Greensburg Salem ready for the defense. And again, this is flag football, so this typically deviates from regular football. Not just for the offense, but for the defense as well. Again, the motive is just to make limited amounts of contact. Just grab the flag, and that's all. Of course, sometimes it's hard to hit the brakes on yourself, and there is some collisions here and there. But nonetheless, the idea is to keep it safe. And off to the sideline here. Appears to be a little bit of a timeout. But again, we want to bring your attention to the 7-on-7 that is coming up this next coming month, May, for the boys. Multiple schools, one field. So be sure to tune in with us here on RoxamoreSports.com. Get a good look at the schedule when it's getting closer to the end of this month. Usually that's when the schedule's up. Sometimes it's up a little bit at the start of the month. So around late April, early May, get a good look at that schedule for the 7-on-7. And of course, we do have the Junior Combine coming up as well for the beginning of May. That will be the Roxamore Top Tier Performance League Junior Combine. You can register now. That's going to be May 2nd to May 5th of this year at the George K. Couple Stadium on East Carson Street, Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. To register, visit www.roxamoresports.com. For more details, call 412-313-4839. You can register on roxamoresports.com as well. Get a good look at that flyer. Heading over there. And we are back in action. Jaslyn Sanders with the ball, running it, looking good here. My, oh me, my. She's going all the way in, and bada bing! That is a touchdown by Jaslyn Sanders. You're now looking at a score of 20-0. Jaslyn Sanders, gotta love her. So 20-0 it is, and they're going to go for that extra point, which would be 1 point. This late in the game, it seems like it's safe to say that it's a sure thing that Woodland Hills has this game, but nonetheless, the game is not over till it's over. Give it your 110% all the way through. Always play like you were just 1 point behind, whether you're ahead or you're actually behind. So let's see what we got here. Woodland Hills going in for that extra point. squares. Again, jack of all trades. And now, quarterback here. Let's see what she's got. She's reading the field. She sees an opening, and ooh, it just not received. A rare miss there by that young lady, Jaslyn Sanders. A rare miss indeed. But hey, they're ahead. And 20-0. So we got by Greensburg Salem. They're on the attack right now. It's slow momentum here as the defense stepped it up. Push back the danger just a tad bit here. But they have gained some progression on the field. Not much, though. Not much. Let's see what we have. Good pass there by Allison. Oh, see, that is what I'm talking about. If that reception was just as planned, man. If that went right on her hands, that would have been a sure thing. You're off to number 17, Patty Reddinger. No shine off that young lady, though. No shine at all. She was at the right place. It's a little bit of dust off the shoulder. And that is game here. It ends with 20-0 Woodland Hills with two back-to-back victories here. First against I keep wanting to say Peabody, and it's not Peabody. McKeesport. That was 13-0, and this game ends 20-0. So it's a good day here for Woodland Hills. But Greensburg Salem, we will see more action from Greensburg Salem next Sunday at their school. So be sure to tune in with us here on Roxamore Sports Live. You can catch us on all platforms: YouTube, Twitter, Facebook, Amazon, Fire Stick, Roku TV, and Apple TV. So again, we'll love to have you there for the next 7-on-7 girls flag football. I'm Maximilian Keever. It's been a pleasure. We'll see you around.